welcome to another episode of Retro Game Monday on RetroFunction.com. I am Frank, aka E-Master, and as promised, we are playing Final Fight Streetwise today. This game came out about, a year after, well, just under a year after Urban Reign came out, and is by Capcom Studio 8, who are also responsible for God Hand, which was very ill-received. Sorry, that was a cut. It plays cutscenes after a while. Unfortunately, Studio 8 is no more. And this is the only Final Fight. This is the first Final Fight game in, I believe, 10 years almost at this point. And it is also the last one. Last original Final Fight game, rather. Final Fight's been re-released, I think, a few times since then, including in the Capcom collection. But we are going to go ahead and play this here. I'm just contemplating if we should start a new game or we should continue so I can explain the story. But I'll show you some of the bonus content before we get into that here. These are things you can unlock during the game, and I've loaded my previous save from my PS2 into my PS3, and thereby unlocked everything. The best part is you can restart the game all leveled up and having all your original money and play through the game again, you know, already all powered up, which my character is, and he has all the moves that are there. We have a terribly ported version of the original Final Fight, which is really slow. And Fear Factory's Archetype music video, Shadows Fall, What Drives the Weak, Shadows Fall Inspiration on Demand music videos. That's it for the bonus items, essentially. The original Final Fight in this looks horrible, and I'm not going to make you guys watch that because it's really horrible. Arcade mode is essentially a Final Fight style mode, but within the new style of this game, because this is a 3D Final Fight game. So I'm going to go ahead and load a game here. So let me go ahead and explain what the story is about of this game. The story mainly surrounds Kyle Travers, which is Cody Travers' younger brother from the original Final Fight games, and this is him. And what's funny in this game is you have to invert the camera in order to have the camera work normally. Hey, what's this guy doing? Bastard, that's what you get for attacking random people on the street. And the game is a lot better than Urban Reign, in my opinion. There is a block button, actually, as well as the power meter, which lights up in blue here. Oh, shit, it does use it up when you just hold it down. And you can use that to essentially sway out of the way and take opponents out, as well as use it to shadow your moves, similar to like the Street Fighter Alpha games and stuff like that. And the other thing is unlike in the other Final Fight games, you can actually holster your weapon and keep it. Oh. And there's also money strewn all around the city. See, I have $6,000 and I'm only in the beginning of the game, which is cool. The only thing, well, actually, I'll talk about the mechanics after. I'm going to get more into the story. So Kyle Travers is a Street Fighter, just like his brother. Cody can no longer fight. His knees are essentially shot and can no longer fight, and he's no longer hanging out with Hagar or Hager and Guy or Guy, depending which part of the world you live in. And what's happened is Cody goes missing after a couple of guys take him. And Kyle is trying to find out what the hell happened to his brother. So the game is all about him finding his brother. There's some really cool twists in the game, as well as the final boss is a huge twist. And that's one of the things that I really liked about this game. The game ties in the original Final Fight trilogy very, very well, story-wise. Mechanically, there's a couple of things I would have done differently, but honestly, it does work a lot better than Urban Reign. So let's go ahead and continue the story here. What is the next thing? Okay, I gotta meet this guy over at the subway. Now, this game appears to be open world, but it actually isn't. It is a closed open world type of thing. Alright, I like the knives better than the baseball bats. Now, you notice that they light up in green in the lower left hand corner. That is because the weapons actually do have an expiration, so to speak. And that's my PlayStation 3 saying hi again. If somebody would like to donate me some money so I can go get my fucking PlayStation 3 fixed or opened up and de-dusted, because I'm not opening up this thing myself. I don't try. I've never done that, and I have no desire to go ahead and do that. Oh, and you can also fight random street punks like these guys here. Stab, stab, stab. And you can do all sorts of wicked combos in this game. Again, very, very well done. And there's some beer, which apparently gives you spirit. So anyways, we have to go to the subway station here and meet this guy who will tell us where this other guy called the Stiff is. The Stiff is the guy who took Cody, essentially, and you have to find him. The attacks are very basic. You got light attacks, heavy attacks, and a throw. But if you hit the L2 buttons, then you start doing these, more quicker movement type moves. Now, there's no map in this, and that really would have helped. But after a while, you just get used to it because the open world is limited. So I have to talk to this guy. And you just want to talk to him. Oh, looks like somebody wants to fight. Now let's go ahead and rescue him here. And again, you can do combos with the weapons. Oh, just like Final Fight. Again, crazy combos that you can do in this game. Fuck, man, this guy better stop stabbing me, otherwise he is gonna die. Oh, you like stabbing people? Here you go. One last guy to cut up here. And again, because my character's already all powered up, this isn't very difficult. As well as learned all the moves from already. There's one gym in every section. There's different sections that you can travel to. So this guy's now telling you what you want to know. I really wish that they would have subtitled this game, which is not an option, unfortunately. And the cutscenes are unskippable. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of bodies on the floor, yada yada yada. Come on, let's get on with it. Again, cutscenes can only be skipped when you hit select. So can I trust Tuil? I did just save his ass. He just better be right about this Bijou Hotel. And now I have to go to the Pier District. And you can also pick up side missions, by the way, from people on the street. And here I have everything learned. Stats. Okay, you got Kyle's neighborhood. You got the Pier District, which is where Hagar is. You got Japantown, which is where Guy is. And then Little Italy, which is the last place here. And that's where, like I said, the twist starts happening there. And again, I did all this before. I have not done any of the side missions, so that's why I've only got a 28% completion rate here. But let's go ahead and take the train, just like he said. And continue the game here so I can show you more gameplay. Where the hell did the train stop go? There it is. Wow, I can't even walk up the stairs. You just have to enter. And the loading times are not bad at all for, this kind of game. Ticket required. What? I totally forgot about that. Yes. Wow, that's the most expensive subway ticket I've ever seen. So now we're going to go ahead and travel to the Pier District. Now, do any enemies appear in this game from the previous Final Fight games? Yes, they do. Both, again, Hagar and... and you can do two types of grab attacks. There's one where you can knee them. And again, cool combos. And the best part is you can kick them when they're down, which is something that I tremendously enjoy. My knife's still good. And this game is 100% story driven. Alright. I guess you have to push something here to exit. Or no, I can just walk through. I remember when I first played this game 7 years ago, because I bought this as soon as it came out. When I first had heard that there was going to be a Final Fight sequel that's a beat 'em up on the PlayStation 2, I immediately jumped on it. There you go, stab you from behind, sucker. The only thing is you got to really play with the camera in this game. That was one of the things I really didn't like about this game. Exit the train station. Again, I really wish this would have been all, well linked together. And now you are in a totally different district here. So, where do I need to go? Here. According to the journal. The Bijou Hotel. Okay, what the fuck is that? Oh, this is dogs. I don't know who that is. That's nothing. Oh. And I believe this was Hagar's gym, if my memory serves me correctly. But I might be wrong. Peer pressure. Well, that's a cool name for a club. Anyways, Bijou Hotel. That's what we are here for. Rico's. Oh, it looks like a hooker on top. Note, though, you can only move the camera to the left and right. You can't really do much else with it. I think that's the Bijou Hotel. Hey, look, there's more punks for me to stab here. Again, it's not as easy to grab people as it is in the original Final Fight. Pick up money, pick up knife. And that's where we gotta enter. Again, I'm skipping all the... Whoa! We got some skinheads here! Whoa! I totally forgot about these guys. Again, it's been like 7 years since I played this game. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus Christ, I'm surprised these guys aren't saluting me or some shit. I think maybe they did in the original and they may have cut that out, who knows. Oh, and you can bat them also while they're down. And that's it for those guys. Oh wait, is there another? Oh no, that's a guy who wants to give me props. You gotta be careful. If you hit innocent people, your reputation goes down. And that all depends on how nice people are gonna be to you in this game. Authorized personnel only, security code required. Light the entire grid with 3 buttons. Oh yes, that's right. Ah, shit. Nope. This is like, fuck, I haven't done this in such a long time. I'm close. Nope. And after a while, it just gives you hints of what you should press. That one's first. That one's second. Nope, almost. Nope. Nope, almost. I still don't know to this day how the hell this puzzle actually works. Alright, I got 2 out of 3. There we go. And that's a game of chance. I mean, yeah, sure, you can go online and see how the pass cards go because they don't change. Swarming with goons, use your head, Kyle. Okay. Well, I choose to just beat the shit out of people at random. Actually, my baseball bat's okay. Batter up. Oh, there's dogs in here too. Can I smack the dog with a baseball bat? Yeah, I can. Holy shit. Bunch of mafiosis. What are these guys? There's a part earlier in the game as the story starts where you do have to deal with these goons who take away Kyle. Sorry, not Kyle, Cody. Again, this game is highly, highly story driven. And it follows it quite religiously. Again, I thought this was one of the most well written like beat 'em ups ever. Come here, you stupid dog. Wow, I'm surprised PETA didn't have a problem with this back in the day. Pick up my baseball bat. I didn't realize that kicking dogs was considered okay back then. This was only 7 years ago. Oh, you fucking mutt. I wish I could grab the dog and beat the shit out of it. But the blocking, I will say, also doesn't work too well in that game. Ah, you fucking mutt! Fucking die, you stupid fuck. Bring your spirit. Again, alcohol fuels your spirit level. Trying to figure that out. Although the bat doesn't really look like it's, you know, good really anymore. Again, all the combinations you do in this game are learned in the gyms, and you have to pay for them. Enter. Guy at the ATM. There we go. And you can counter people's moves. Again, I find this game a lot better than Urban Reign. There's no difficulty setting, there is only one difficulty. Unlike Urban Reign. Which I did discover after I had Final Fight Streetwise and Urban Reign confused last time I played them. Again, this game is highly, highly underrated, and I really recommend if you can pick it up at some point. We're running 18 minutes into here, so I'm going to end it here. But you have to explore all areas to make sure that you find like food items, spirit items, so you can, you know, continue the game, because it does get really difficult towards the end. And the last 2 stages, or the last 2 parts of the story, are very, very difficult. The only way you can save the game is by quitting, and then it asks you to save. There's no way to save manually for some reason. I'm just going to show you a minute of the arcade version here, and then we're going to call it quits here, because this is going on for too long, and otherwise the video is going to be over a gig, which means it's going to take me like 2 hours to upload, which is a pain in the ass. Let's go to arcade mode. 1 player, and this is the only one you can play 2 players actually. So you can play as Kyle, Cody, Guy, or Hagar. Let's try Guy, because I don't remember trying him. Guy is dressed in his alpha colors, actually. Or a combination of his alpha. Actually, no. And he does have his moves from Alpha 3. Or sorry, Alpha 2, rather. And he's quite effective, too. The only problem is in this mode, you cannot use... cannot use any of your... you can't use the camera at all. So I'm moving the left analog stick and nothing's happening. I really wish they would have allowed camera use in this, because it is really quite useful. And again, just like the original Final Fight, specific characters are specifically good with certain weapons. Like for instance, you can pick up nunchucks eventually, and just like in Final Fight 3, Guy is the one that, you know, is way better with that weapon than any of the other players. Whoa, Jesus! This is only the first level. I wonder if there's bosses in this. Oh, jeez, he has to whack me in the noggin. And you can't... Oh, but you can use the block in this mode, which I thought was cool. Again, you cannot pan the camera around in this mode, which kind of sucks. But you know what? I appreciate what they did with this effort. I'm guessing they only put this in as a bonus. That's the only reason it exists. Anyways... Getting my ass kicked here. Anyways, you get the idea. I highly recommend, if you can pick this game up, please do, and do give it a chance, because nobody in 2006 gave it a chance, and it's probably one of the reasons why Studio 8 went out of business, or Capcom decided to close Studio 8. Final Fight Streetwise is a very good Final Fight game, albeit not perfect, but it is a good game. And I guarantee you will have fun with it if you are a Brawler fan. Don't forget to check us out at RetroFungin on Twitter, as well as, I believe I made a Facebook group a long time ago. Check RetroFungin on Facebook, just one word. What else? Check me out on Cross Border Gaming every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm live there with Harold, where we talk more modern gaming and not retro gaming. And we will see you next week. I'm not sure what game we're going to play next week, but I'm very sure it'll be something awesome. I'm actually going to do a video about a 16-bit game this time, because I've been playing a lot of PlayStation 2, and, you know, a 7-year-old game really doesn't count as retro, but because it's based on a retro series, I put it in here. That, and I can capture this in 720p. Anyways, until next time, toodles!